Hello, what's up? I'm Lindsey Latham. This is a video about just some shit that I'm seeing or have experienced in the comments section, of course, of this here YouTube channel. And it's speaking to toxicity in the spiritual community. Especially when you have content creators like me who have lived long. I know I don't look it, but I'm 43 years old and I have lived a crazy, fucked up life and have been in spiritual boot camp practically my whole life. And I get on here and mostly mentor psychic development because I'm good at it and I know how to guide other people to their psychic abilities. But I also share about other things through experience. Everything that I share about is through experience. And when people get in the comments and tell you that your experience is wrong and that they know better, this is spiritual bypassing. This is ego. And those people are the people who are going to tell you that you're wrong. Well, how can you tell somebody that their experience is wrong? And usually these comments are coming from a place of fear, especially if what you are sharing out at pushes the bounds of what they deem is possible. Okay, so, but a normal person who is open spiritually and working on themselves would just keep scrolling. A person who is in their ego is going to post comments about how you are wrong. And then when you hand their ass to them, because I'm not the kind of person where, and I can see patterns of spiritual bypassing and abuse from a mile fucking away. And if I feel called to, I comment back and I hand their ass to them. Anyone who discounts your experience, tries to minimize your experience, and tries to tell you that you're wrong is spiritual bypassing. This also falls under the umbrella of hating on others. Haters are always going to get in your comments and try to discredit you, minimize you, make you wrong for your experience. Let me explain this to you. No one can take your experience away from you. Therefore, no one can discredit or minimize your experience. And it all goes back to ego. The comments come from a place of jealousy. They come from a place of trying to make everyone wrong but them. And they're obviously not speaking through experience, because if they were speaking through spiritual work and doing the work, they would not be leaving comments like that, because they would understand that you cannot minimize or discredit someone's personal experience. That is like a basic spiritual, it's basic spiritual wisdom. So when you are operating out of ego, you want to attack things that you don't understand and make them wrong, because your ego mind wants to protect itself. And when there's something coming into your awareness, when you're operating out of ego, not out of the heart space and not out of authenticity, the ego wants to protect the person because it thinks it's in charge, and it's going to attack what is foreign to it because it's not safe. It's perceived as not safe. So the ones who are really operating in their ego, they post holier than thou comments, trying to tear apart your character, discredit your experience. Tell you and anybody who's reading the comments that the person making the content is wrong. It's diabolical. It really is. And it is amateur shit. And I suggest if you are a spiritual content creator or a spiritual business owner and people are coming for you in the comments, hand their ass to them with your wisdom, because they need to hear it. Because this spiritual bypassing bullshit, it's also narcissistic, because then after you hand their ass to them, they come back and accuse you of being exactly what you just let them know that their comment was displaying about them. That is narcissism. That is gaslighting. So then here we go into spiritual narcissism. Comments that discredit other people's experiences, or try to discredit. You're not discrediting anything. Minimizing. People who leave comments holier than thou because they're jealous, trying to minimize your personal experience that you are getting on the internet to share so others can be helped through it. That is spiritual narcissism. It's spiritual narcissism. And then when they get their ass handed to you, they gaslight you with their spiritual lingo, trying to look like they know what the fuck they're talking about when they don't. Anyway. I'm going to keep sharing my experience. And I'm going to keep teaching psychic development because I'm the real motherfucking deal. And if you come into my comments trying to act all fucking weird, coming from a weird place of trying to make me dim my light, I'm going to come for you back in the comments. And I don't feel bad about that because I'm not going to be pushed around by you fucking weirdos anymore. At all. And I'll just make content about it. I'll just make content about it and turn it into something even more beautiful. So, at the end of the day, thank you, haters.